I'm going to just talk briefly about the reorganization of the state's procurement process that took place, and the result of that is that we don't need to waste the time of two cabinet secretaries who are very busy and could be doing a lot of other things, making sure that we're operating efficiently. But the Office of State Procurement was established within the Department of General Services, and it reorganized and consolidated state procurement within two primary control agencies, Transportation and Department of General Services. In fact, this is the way it was many years ago, that when the Department of General Services was the chief procurement agency for the state. It's transferring the control and oversight authority to DGS from the Departments of Budget and Management and the Department of Information Technology, as well as the Capital Construction Unit from the Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services. And over the past couple of years, we've been working to improve the efficiency of our procurement within the state. We had a procurement modernization commission a couple of years ago, which the treasurer and comptroller also were on that commission, that had a number of recommendations, including consolidation to make it less complicated for the vendor community, as well as to make the assessment and determinations and interpretations of regulations much more consistent. And so we've taken that step. We thank the legislature for agreeing and passing House Bill 1021. And now we have, and the governor appointed, a chief procurement officer who is here today, and you've heard from him before when he was the senior procurement executive, and that's Bob Gleason, or Robert Gleason to be correct. He has now been appointed to that position of Chief Procurement Officer. And if I can ask Bob just to come up for a quick moment. I know you're probably not prepared to say anything. Came to us from the Commonwealth of Virginia. We did a national search where Bob had been the senior procurement officer in Virginia, where he managed the Virginia's enterprise e-procurement system and program, and has over 25 years of public and private purchasing experience, certified public purchasing officer, and has been very much involved in procurement, as I just mentioned, for many years. Served our country in the Army for 12 years, field artillery, and with NATO Central Army Group, and is currently a member of the National Institute of Governmental Purchasing, as well as the National Association of State Procurement Officers, and serves on their board representing our great state. Bob, I could go on, but I'll let you so you're not standing up there being too bored.
Thank you very much, and you have a lot of business to do, so I'm going to make this very short. First of all, I want to thank you. For the record, my name is Bob Gleason. I am now the Chief Procurement Officer with the Department of General Services, State of Maryland, and the new Office of State Procurement. This journey began for me 2 years ago. I brought the ball here simply because it's a visual, and it represents sort of a vision of how we come together. Procurement's a team sport, and I rapidly realized there's a lot of stakeholders here. This is just not a procurement transformation as much as it is a business transformation in terms of personnel, finance, information technology, and all the other elements of government. So it simply became a way that we could talk about how we do business through procurement, contracting, and commercial management. I thought that was mine. I turned it off. So I just want to thank all of you, everyone who's participated. The ball is available for signature if anyone wants to be a player on the team. I'd like to thank my wife for this, who gets to listen to procurement, as well as my family, but also all of the secretaries here, Secretary General Services, Secretary Churchill, for all of his support. And I'd like very quickly to recognize anybody who is a procurement officer here in the room. If you would please raise your hand or stand or somehow give a visual. That,
Jamie?
this is what it's about. And so to them goes the credit of what we've accomplished in the last 2 years. We have a great story to tell. You mentioned NASPO. I'll mention that our annual meeting for NASPO is going to be held in National Harbor next year. We've already got the attention of all the other states, and they are very excited to see what's going on here. And I think we are a model of excellence for the rest of the country. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rob.